We are live. Let's paint the picture now, or this is group number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live in Mesquite, Nevada at the home of Long Drive for the 2022 PLDA Diamond in the Desert Classic Championship. 46 men have entered battle. Only one man will survive today. I'm with Will Hogue, Fire Marshal Will Hogue. And we're going to get Aaron Hoffman in the booth. Aaron only did well, or only said one bad word the entire group of 2, or group set number 2, whatever you want to call it. But
yeah, that's really good for him, actually.
Yeah,
one bad word. That's pretty good.
I mean, he actually formed 3 or 4 sentences together where he didn't say one bad word. I'm shocked.
I didn't even know he knew clean language.
I don't either. He's bringing over water, staying hydrated. It's getting hot. We're going to be right around 100 degrees. The wind has picked up. The wind has picked up.
Thank you, guys. How we doing?
We're doing good. All right, Scottie Pearman. Jeff Schmuck. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. Jeff's actually my roommate this week.
Very nice. It's a good name.
Is he a schmuck? Is he a schmuck?
No, Jeff is a great. He was actually in my wedding. Jeff's a great guy.
That's right.
He is a firefighter in Austin, Texas. Got a lot of speed. If he can get his ball flight right, he's not very well known, but he can do some damage. He's a 145 to 150 guy, so he can do some damage.
By golly, he can make himself known today.
He swung hard. He was swinging hard on the range.
He's very fast. He's got some ball flight issues, but he looks like he's got it on the range from watching him earlier. I'd be interested to see how he does today. If he can bring it over here, I look for him to make it through.
And kind of embrace the adrenaline type of. Hopefully, he could do that because I could see some real good things out of him, right?
Yeah, Aaron, we were just told here on YouTube that you need to step up your game and say more bad words, but you know, Robbie Peterson has a big no here. He's saying absolutely not.
I mean, I've already been hit by the cancel
FCC or the Airways or whatever.
I've already been hit by the cancel culture once. I don't want to go through it again.
Air traffic control has called in. They're gonna airlift you out of here.
Sheesh, they don't need an airlift, sir. I'm already there. I can fly there myself.
Sergeant Peter Malinichik, Jay Malinichik, the 3rd to 4th to the 5th, double Purple Heart recipient, Jay Malinichik.
Jay,
Long Drive for Heroes.
Jay?
I have never made fun of Jay, not once in my entire life. Not once.
Well,
he could be a meme machine.
Twice, 3 times, 8 times, 100 times. I have.
I love it.
Sergeant J. Peter Malinichik, the 3rd to 4th to the 5th, lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma right now, and he won't be playing in the PGA Championships, but we did talk about it. Someone that may be playing in the PGA Championships after 4 weeks and 3 days. DeChambeau might be out there. You never know. Going low.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I said, Will, you being practically a doctor, being a firefighter, if I have any health issues, the first person I call is Will. I don't even call my own doctor because he pretty much has the answers to all of it.
I'm going to recommend you always call your doctor.
Call your local doctor.
Since you're a doctor, Will, with the hamate bone, you break it, you have surgery. Do you think it's possible that the DeChambeau can go out there next week and play?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to leave that up to people much smarter than myself.
What a good answer.
Whatever his orthopedic guy says is what he should do, and he should listen to his physical therapist. And if it's not going to kill you, I don't know much about it, and that's not going to kill you. So
it's a good politically correct answer. Being a firefighter
gotta
in
protect
Memphis,
my
Tennessee.
license.
All right, so Scottie Pearman, Jeff Schmuck, Thomas Barnes. We have an opened player, as we mentioned earlier today. A ghost player has not hit a ball in play the entire year. They are 0 for 397.
Yet somehow one still beat me earlier today.
You tied.
He got me twice, too, I tell you.
That ghost player, I tell you. He's good at tying people that don't hit it in play. But, yeah, we got Aaron Hoffman.
That looked like a pretty good swing from Jeff right there. It looks like Scottie's swing feels pretty free today, too. I can't really tell. He didn't have much of a reaction on those first 2, but swing looks good.
I like his ball flight for this grid, especially that it's not much of a roll grid. Scottie hits it super high, and he's a 220 guy. 2-time amateur world champion in the 2021.
Ouch.
Yeah, he beat you?
Yeah.
You know why he beat you?
Yeah, the 10-inch rule. That was 6.
He's better than you. That's why.
Hey, but ask him who beat him in the first before the hit off.
Who has the 2 world championships?
That guy has 2 belts, and that goes on 2 microphones. God bless America.
Am I allowed to go back to being an amateur?
Rocco
No,
is
not a chance.
this the Rocco that's in the hospital? Rocco,
Is that
are
him?
you alive? You're alive.
Oh,
So
man,
Rocco, unfortunately, came out here to compete today, and he's been in a hospital in Las Vegas. So we wish you nothing but the best, Rocco.
Absolutely, bud.
We missed the outfit today. It had been you and Maurice. I mean, Maurice was just the shaft, the head.
He's always colorful, man.
Yeah, he's
always colorful.
everything matched with Maurice today, and I'm curious to see if he comes out with a new outfit.
The damn
I
belt
think
buckle was
we
huge.
should rename Maurice to the Peacock.
Yeah. Maurice looked good. He had to win his last 2 sets, and he talked about having 5 broken bones in his left hand, and it's the first time he's competed in 3 years. And he stepped up. He looked great the last 2 sets and hit a good ball, and we'll see him in the round of 16. He came over and we got to talk a little bit after he was done, and just he's been super successful all over the world in this sport. And it's the cool thing about this sport, Will, you and I, like, we've literally been able to hit golf balls all over.
I
Like,
know.
it's
It's
crazy.
been awesome. I did it the other day. I can't remember what it was now, but I want to say it was like 25 or 30 different states and like 4 or 5 countries that we've gotten to go to do this.
Yep.
What a blessing.
Yeah. No, 2018 was cool. For me, we went
It's cool
Dubai,
for me too.
London. Yeah, Dubai, London, Mexico City, China was cool.
Yeah, 2018, I won 4 in a row for him.
Yes, you
broke
did.
my ankle. Actually, that's not true. Won 3 in a row, broke my ankle, won the 4th, and then, then sucked after that.
So the people that are tuning in right now for the first time, we're not using the live scoring as of right now. We're going to wait until the round of 16. We don't want to fry the iPads. Last time we were out in Hope Sound, the iPads didn't last very long, and we want to make sure that we have as much data as possible for the round of 16 and make it user-friendly as well for the people that are viewing from all over the world. So
I didn't see any real reactions from anybody that round. No one really had a reaction to any ball that they hit, and from this angle, it's kind of hard for us to watch it.
Jeff on his last ball, he put a good ball down the right side, but I don't think it was high enough. And
that is
swings
Jeff.
hard,
when I
man.
say he has a ball flight issue, that is he hits it really low if he lets his weight leak forward a little. If he can keep it back, he'll hit that nice high ball flight. With the wind starting to maybe look like it's going from left to right now. So,
We got one Canadian that is going against 3 Californians right now. One is a world champion. The other 3 are relatively – well, Travis Geerts has been here for a little while, right? The other 2 are kind of new.
Well, Sean is incredibly fast. It's whether he can get a good ball flight out into the grid. Obviously, Jeff Gavin, I don't even know what to say about that guy. He's
Dude's
just
a legend.
He's a killer.
I always say he drinks from the fountain of
He
youth.
really does.
He really
Guy's just
does.
a killer.
I mean, Gavin him and Eddie Fernandez put on a clinic yesterday hitting golf balls. They're the best in the world at what they do. And it was fun to watch them match up in the finals, pretty much predicted. Like today, I'm looking at ball flight, Kyle Berkshire, Colton Casto, Reid Russell, Greg Noell.
Jeff is one of those guys that's going to be in that mix with the ball flight he hits. He hits that nice high ball, too.
The only question is going to be, he hit 11 sets yesterday. How is his body feeling today? But as we said, he
I don't
drinks
think
from
it's
the
going to
fountain.
bother him. I really don't.
His swing is so consistent.
He's just built like iron. I mean,
It's 103 degrees and he's wearing sleeves.
Brandon Flynn has entered the chat room. Yes, it's Will, myself, and Crazy Legs.
What's up, Brandon?
He's got a crazy leg because he's got torn ACL, MCL, ACL, LCL, ACL, and an LCL.
Yeah,
you got like extra ligaments that don't even exist.
I actually
You have
told the
2
doctor, I
ACLs.
said, you see the healthiest tendon you find, just please. That's the one I want, please. He chuckled. He gave me the best drugs I ever had, and I fell asleep for a couple hours.
All right, so first set, Scottie Pearman takes down at
Must be really
382.
good.
Jeff Schmuck, your guy, 370. Thomas Barnes, 333. So Scottie Pearman gets 200 points on the board, and right now there's a premium winning these sets just because they're taking the top 5 out of 16 guys to guarantee themselves in the round of 16. They do take a wild card if you come in 6th. That will match up against the 2 other guys that came in 6th in the respected sessions, round 1 and round 2. So group 1, group 2. But right now we got Sean Johnson, Brant DeBoer, Jeff Gavin, and Travis Geerts. Sean Johnson has looked great. The first 2 events this year, played baseball at Mississippi, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He played a little miss. Sure did.
I reckon he got drafted as well. And
He's got a ton of speed.
yes.
Brant
Yeah.
went yard down the left line. Brant
I-
just went yard down the left line.
Yeah, Brant hits a nice high ball too. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see, him do well, and just more about him just hitting the center of the face and putting balls in play.
Sean just went after one right there. That had to be 150, 152 probably.
Yep.
If I had to guess.
Yep.
And that club was moving. Now, I don't know where the ball went, but he really let it rip.
I got a question for you. Do you prefer higher loss or lower loss? Are you like a 5-degree head, or you like the
Depends on the
2-degree?
condition.
Yeah.
Today I hit a 5, and you know, I think you just got to play the condition. It all
I'm kind
depends
of
on the
stuck
grid.
with like a 3 or 4, but Dave Mobley won out here with the 10 degree,
I was
and
gonna say
then
he won
Eddie
with 9 or 10 one
yeah,
time.
he won with a 10 degree. Eddie was using like a 7 yesterday, and Eddie, Eddie's angle of attack. He was mentioning earlier today that he just he's playing so much tournament golf that it's a little bit difficult for him to swing up on it. And I think that was really the difference. I mean, you know, because him and Gavin are very similar, but Gavin in his sleep can swing up 10 degrees on a golf ball, you know, and that's something that's necessary. Like on a grid like this today, that's, you know, it's more of a carry grid, and it's not, the ground isn't really giving it up.
See, shoot, that was my problem today. My attack angle was way too high.
Mhm.
But again, knowing that it wasn't going to roll, I tried to hit it up in the air a little more, and it actually ended up slowing my ball speeds down.
He kind of forced it a little bit. Waiting on some numbers back. Supposed to start at 3 o'clock. Probably will get pushed back to 3:15, 3:30 Pacific Standard Time for the final 16. We'll have all the numbers up. TrackMan 4 will be in slot number 4. We'll get some nice feedback to give you guys a better idea of what numbers are working. When we go back to Kyle Berkshire, who's won the last 3 events, he's worked on his spin rates here and in Hope Sound to be right around 2,500 in spin. And Kyle just cruised through the bracket, and Colton ended up hitting the longest ball of the day at 427 yards, Colton Casto. And
Colton's going to be very dangerous
Oh my
on this
God.
grid in these conditions. Colton's going to be very dangerous.
And what I saw this last set is that he went to a different setup, which, in my opinion, is better for him. I know that he's got accustomed to practicing and competing with the D10, which is about 190 CPM shaft. It's a lot of fun to swing, but if you're off just a little bit, you know, it's very difficult to time up and you know, put balls in play. You're going to put up big numbers as far as speed goes, but to see Colton make a little change to a more stout shaft, I think that's going to benefit him. His dispersion will be tighter, and he's going to, like I said, he's tough. He's a threat to win every tournament he enters. Just it's more about, is he going to put a ball in play?
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
And how much real estate is he going to take up right to left? Because his prototypical ball flight is a high draw.
What were our numbers there in that last group?
All right. So Brant DeBoer ended up winning that set at 381. I really like his ball flight. He hits it super high. Sean Johnson's more of a he's more of like a mid ball guy. It's 368 yards. Jeff Gavin ended up going 371, and Travis Geerts at 367. So Brant takes the first set at 200 points. Gavin gets 100. Sean Johnson gets 50, and Travis Geerts gets 25 points.
Hunter in slot 2 hit a bomb his first swing right there.
Yeah, Noell, I like his ball flight. He hits it high. He's probably closer to 215, 220 guy, say in that ballpark.
Yeah, he hit a really good one that first one, so he should probably get a pretty good number out of that.
Honestly, I think that Hunter really, his coming out party was the Colorado event last year. He finished top 8, and I think from that time on, it really gave him a lot of confidence, and he just started really honing it in, and he's producing, I think, the 215, 216 numbers as well. He's another
this
speed.
ball is actually really
Better.
all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about that with Maurice in the booth, you know. I mean, you know, Jacob Galladay sitting next to us too, and like guys that are like 210, 212, 213, 214. We mentioned like Justin Moose, Brandon Flynn. You know, those guys do really well. They had a lot of balls in play, not much movement on their golf balls, and I think it gets the most out of that ball. I mean, Tim Burke would always say like, "Hey, I'm gonna try to be like 213 or 214 with that Volvic ball," because he felt like he got more out of the golf ball, you know. But when you're studs like you and you're 220, when you're going 50%,
I was happy if I was getting 208 today.
Yeah.
Today was not my day, but that's okay. It happens.
Yeah, I think one thing I learned today was the flying in just the night before. I think acclimating yourself to a heat check is definitely a huge part of. You got to, I mean, some people can do the fresh, but that was definitely a shock to the body, and it was not moving the same. It was not moving the same.
I always have horror stories showing up to Mesquite. I'd always be like doing events, charity events, and I'd like catch the latest flight out. Flights would be delayed. I'd roll in at like 3:30, 4 in the morning. I'll never
Always.
forget the one year. It was McGann, like McGann sitting at the Casablanca. I roll up at like 3:30, 4 in the morning, and I'm the first one off at 8. He's like,
My
"Are you just getting in?" I'm like,
goodness.
"Yeah, my flight was
How are you?
my flight was delayed." And then I remember Art coming up to me after I hit the first set and I lost. And this was like double elimination format. He goes, "I hope it was worth it." I'm like, probably wasn't, but whatever. You know, I paid the bills, and
Yeah.
I ended up getting lucky. I rolled the dice all the way through and made the final 16.
Nice.
Hit like 76 times to get the final 16 and completely ran out of gas.
That wasn't the year that me, you, and
I think it was 11. That was
11.
2011. Yeah, that was.
Me and Houston Hare had that set.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about that earlier today. Like we were talking about how you could win a set with like a 310 and lose a set like Houston Hare at 463, and me and Will. That was 2014.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
2014. Will went to 469, and people always ask like, "Oh, what's the farthest ball you ever hit in competition?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I hit it 465." They're like, "Wow!" And I was like, "I still lost. My boy Will beat me, you know." But Houston ended up losing, got knocked out of the World Championships at 463 yards. And I-
One of
It's
your
funny 'cause
horses.
people always ask that. They get into that and like, well, what was your longest shot? And mine was in Mexico when I hit that 483 ball.
Yep.
Beat Joe. But they're like, well, what was your favorite shot? And I always go back to the tournament in East Tennessee where I hit that 404-yard ball. And
Oh,
people
that
were-
ball was hammered. That was the first ball ever on lawn drivers as well on my page.
But you know, and people don't
will
always
go
understand.
check that out
well,
now.
you hit 180 yards farther. Why was that not your favorite? Because it just wasn't. I hit the ball in Tennessee way better than I hit the ball in Mexico. It just didn't go as far because of where we were and what the conditions were. And I mean, people don't factor that into a lot of the things that we do. They think. I hate that question. How far do you hit it? Because the answer is simply it depends.
Yeah. It's the truth. I remember you got me on that last ball too in Mexico.
Yeah,
And,
sure did.
It's like, that's odd. Will's beat me every time I've ever faced him. I remember it was 2017, and we get the pairings list for the heads-up matches, and it's a double elimination format, and I see that Will's my guy, so I text Will. I'm like, drinks are on me all night, you know, whatever. And you didn't drink. I didn't get you drunk. And then the
No.
next day, you got me
Which is
on
odd for me,
ball
because
number
I'm-
8 and ball number 8 again. Like, we were tied, but, like, you blew my doors off, you know?
No,
That was
no,
fun.
I don't think I've ever beat you by more than like 10 yards in
Yeah.
anything we've been up.
Wow. You're just a better hitter.
Here's
Fun.
Here's one of your boys right here, Reid Russell. Actually,
Reid,
all of
yeah,
our boys.
I like Reid. All right, so we'll go back. Hunter Noell, 372. Dawson Disotelle at 360. Garrett Williams, 356. Landon Gentry, 349. Like I said, for me, top 4 guys that I'm gonna pick today. Kyle, Reid Russell, Colton Casto, Ryan Gregnall. I think they hit the best balls. I mean, they are granted like the fastest
They're
guys, but
definitely the horsepower guys.
they're prototypical high ball hitters. And on this grid, the high ball today is definitely the shot.
Yeah, Reid is just can he hit the grid?
Mhm. Yeah. I said I feel like him and Colton are like almost identical hitters.
Yeah, if Reid hits the grid, he's incredibly dangerous.
He's a monster.
Yeah, once the confidence gets going for him, it's almost like a freight train. You can't stop. He almost just gets in his own way. Like that's one thing competing against him. It's like, gosh darn, you got to hit against Reid. This guy he's gonna fill it up. And he's gonna hit a good ball.
Never want to hit against Reid, that's for sure.
A professional baseball player, was drafted by Houston.
Super nice guy too.
He's awesome.
He's too nice. I need some.
His whole
Like, you
family.
gotta have.
Everybody in his family's nice.
You got
Just want
Clint
one
Oliver.
mean bone. That's all you need. Just one mean bone, just to be able to shoot some shots when you need to. You know. I would hate to see him shoot a shot. That guy is stacked, though. He would probably face some murder charges if he hit somebody. My God.
I wouldn't mess with him.
Mark Lawrence, he's a senior guy. He's a senior amateur guy, I think. And then another amateur guy.
Clint's got a nice swing.
I love it. Honestly. Clint comes out to our NorCal long drive Thursday night events, and he'll bring out his GC quad, and all the kids will jump on it. And it's fun to see some of these young kids literally produce 180, 190 mile an hour ball speed, and they're 15, 16 years old.
That's something I would like to see the PLDA go for as a kids division.
Just a 16U.
If that would
Reading
be
body
possible, that would
language.
be
It's hard. 16. Yeah.
I don't know if Reid Russell hit a
He
ball.
did, he
but
did not look
Reading
happy
body
walking
language?
off that
Oh,
grid.
no.
Nope. That's the thing is that that worries you about him and Colton. It's like they put it in play.
They
Puts
win
it in
monsters.
play, he's going to win.
Yeah,
They
they're
usually win
monsters.
the
It's just a
set,
matter
yeah.
of does he put it in play.
And I think that's the issue too. Is like, I mean, what do you do in these type of situations? Do you like try to just put balls in play or just get after it? I mean, they can swing hard all day. So like for me, like, if I was Reid, I'd just let it rip.
Let it
Unless
rip. Find
if
his
it's
own-
more of like trying to find the strike zone, go to a more stout setup. Go to like a 3 or 4X. He can
and-
definitely hit it.
Well,
Yeah, that's
three
what we did
or 4X shift, they worked for us for a long time.
I know exactly.
I mean,
and
I
so-
get the LD10. I get what it does. I used it some today myself. But the 3 or 4X, it still works. It's
Yeah.
not like it's a bad setup. It's just a matter of timing.
He got one in 384.
There we
But
go.
like I said, I don't necessarily think he liked his set. Mark Lawrence at 325 and Clint Oliver at 324.
We
I
won
think
this
that's the
set.
issue sometimes too. Like it's like, hey, I just got to put a ball in play. You kind of know the competition that you're going up against.
Right.
Because I mean, Reid can just cruise at probably
Get
210.
something going, yeah.
So, but so the 4 winners in the first round of guys: Scottie Pearman, Brant DeBoer, Hunter Noell, and Reid Russell. No surprise there. I said Sean Johnson taking third. He's looked really impressive. I believe he's made the final 8, the first 2 events as well.
I'll tell you, his swing today, he looks a little out of sorts. Really pulling out. If he would stay behind it a little more, I think he would have a better ball flight. And I think that's what's going to get him today. If he doesn't make it through, his ball flight's hurting.
I'll see if I can catch a ball with Sean's. Let's see here. That's a good ball. It's going to be right side, pretty close down the right line there, landing in 3, 2, 1 on the ground now. Hopefully it stays in. That was a good ball. But if he could get that in the center of the grid, I think he'd be all right. Got to get that ball a little bit higher, too. Got to get that ball just a little bit higher would help.
So right now, 10 guys have already guaranteed themselves in the round of 16. 5 guys will make it out of this bracket, and then we'll have 1 wild card that will hit immediately after this. And I don't know how much time we're going to take off until we go live with the live scoring, the track man, and the final 16. So they'll take the top 8 out of the 16, and then 2 quarterfinal matches where 2 guys will make it out of each quarterfinal match, and then semifinals. We'll have 4 guys on a tee box. They'll take the top 2, and then 2 guys will go to battle, and 1 man will be left standing. But as mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, 550, 575 is the number when they're taking 5, 6 guys in this round robin format. With 8 guys, it's right around 450.
Definitely a little more difficult, only getting 5 or 6 guys out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it puts a little bit more heat on the bones. I think it's a good situation, though. Like, right, it tests you. It can
it's
boil
foul
your
strikers.
blood,
I,
right?
I like it.
I like it, too. It sucks to suck, and that's what we did today, But
Hey,
I like it, not going to lie. I like the heat because I feel like I perform at the higher level.
Yeah, and we talked about 2017 Worlds. They had 16 guys. They took 6, and then that's when me and you matched up in the heads-up matches. And then I went against Mitch, and then Jeff Black, and then Justin James to let win. You're welcome, Justin. I know you're tuning in. I did it on purpose. I didn't want to win in front of my 2-month-old son and all my family
I would hate
members.
to do that.
No, I want the fame. But JJ's not here today. But if he was here, him and Kyle would be the favorites, right?
I mean,
yeah.
when are they not?
Yeah. So they've been, you were extremely dominant in 2018, but 2017 to now 2022, JJ and Kyle have been getting after it. But Will pretty much ran the table in 2018. You had 4 wins.
I had 4 wins.
What was your hardest win? What was the hardest environment?
Well,
Mexico, man, he had to hit that last ball against me.
I tell you.
it was Memphis when I had a broken ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was definitely the hardest win that I had because I tell everybody I wasn't even trying to win that tournament. I went out there and the Golf Channel wasn't giving me my money back for it. So I was like, well, I might as well go hit a ball. And you hit one, it's like, all right, well, I can swing one more time.
Yeah.
And that's all I did the whole tournament. I wasn't even keeping up the points or anything. And next thing I know, I looked up and I was in the finals.
Who'd you
map it? You went up against Wes?
I went up against West, yeah.
Because I remember Wes beat JJ, I believe.
Yep, sure did.
the Michael Jordan 6 game. You had it in one day. How you doing?
Yeah, that was
That's a bad element, a broken ankle.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, and that was still one of my favorite wins, just because of everything I had to overcome to actually win that one.
That's right.
But it wasn't one realistically. I don't know that I would say that I earned it as much as no one hit the ball good against me for some reason that day. And it's like, all
He's
right,
got a broken ankle. We got him right
Yeah,
where we want
I
him.
honestly wondered, for real, if people thought, oh, I don't have to hit my best here. And then, I mean, Steve Coyce is the only one that actually hit a really good ball against.
So this was 2010. We were in Cabo, and we had like a double elimination format to get to 32 hitters, and it was a heads-up match. So if you didn't lose, you had to only win once against the guy that lost once. So
Right.
they had to beat you twice. Jeff Crittenton won all the way through. So from the round of 32 to winning the tournament, not one person hit a ball in play. So Critter, all he had to do was hit a ball in play for like 4 straight matches. You know, he won. He won easily.
Nice. That's very nice.
he wasn't tested at all. You know, it actually was a good. You know,
What do I got to do to get one of those
yeah,
situations?
exactly.
You know?
Jay-Z was there. Bobby Wilson did well. Bullard did well.
Feel like everybody, when they see me, they're like, oh, this loud mouth, you know what?
Kevin Bullard. I haven't thought about him in a long time. I wonder what he's doing.
He's
these days.
hilarious.
I
I
get
love
everybody's
Affleck.
best.
I love
Crushing
Bullard.
it. All right, Sean Johnson ends up taking that set, 381 yards. Thomas Barnes takes second. Hunter Noell and Nick Keller did not put any balls on the board. And I don't think Nick Keller's going to put on a ball on the board the entire tournament because he's not here.
Oh, that would make it difficult, yeah.
Yep. I mean,
I was wondering why there were so many ghosts in this set.
Yeah.
There's been a couple missing players.
yep. You got Landon Gentry, who was out here for probably, 17 hours yesterday, working all day.
It looks amazing.
He looks great. But I do like Brant DeBoer's ball flight. He hits it straight, he hits it high, and he's a 210, 212 guy. So
Swing looks free today. Got a little fist pump there after swinging that one. So,
yep. So I haven't really been able to watch Clint Oliver's ball flight.
yeah, I can't really see it either.
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to see those blue balls, too. I cannot stand. Even I feel bad for the ball callers.
Yeah, I mean, I stood right behind it earlier today, and I had no idea where they were going when George Hegarty hit.
As a hitter, it's rough. It's like, okay, where'd that one go? I don't
Yeah.
know. All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know much about Clint Oliver's ball flight in general. I don't know much about it. His
He's,
swing, I will say, is not as long as some of the other guys. He stops pretty much at parallel.
He's a pretty good golfer. He's one of the amateur guys. He's actually out of Northern California, and probably gets around the 195 ball speed zone. But I mean, he plays golf. He knows how to move a ball. Don't know if it's gonna be super competitive today, but
Well,
also he's gonna hit his ball and he's gonna get second.
It's not.
He
It's
might
not a
win
speed
couple.
competition.
I tell you right now. That's what I mean. Brandon Flynn kicks him.
It is not a speed competition.
He's a 214 guy, 215. He's actually getting up to the 18s, I think now. But he won the tournament last year, right?
yeah, sure
and,
did.
and it wasn't like it was a cakewalk, dude. You went through the alphas of this sport and came out on top.
Certainly got through me.
Sorry, no,
Yeah.
man, that was a shot to the heart. Then I'm sorry, Will. Sorry, bud.
So are you pretty much calling yourself a beta?
No, I'm calling myself, yeah. At my prime, before the thumb happened, you know, I was feeling good in Colorado last year. That was my prime. Colton told me to jump on his flight scope, and he showed me the numbers, and I was 147.9
Oh boy.
to 217. And he was like, "Did you even know this?" I said, "No, dude. I just show up. I hit golf balls as hard as I can. Maybe
Yeah.
shotgun a beer or two after, and how you doing?" And
Yeah.
yeah, that's my workout. And
I wish they'd let me take a beer to the tee box with me.
oh
Yeah.
man, that would be a good situation. That's the long drive league I want to be in, honestly.
I mean,
The impaired long drive league. Let's see how good you can
we're out
do.
in North Carolina. Let me take a bottle of Blanton's out on the tee box. And that was nice.
That was fun when We had that team event. Well, no, we had a team event. It was you and Ryan, and then it was me and Press Labrie. Because Justin ends up winning the tournament, he's like, "I got to go. I'm gonna drive home." And then someone
bringing that up because who did Justin beat in that tournament?
Beats Will.
Bringing up all the times that I lose. I appreciate that.
But probably one of the biggest upsets in the history of Long Drive is
it.
me and Press are going up against Ryan and Will twice, 2 world number ones at one point. And I go up to Press and go, "Listen, the ground is soft from like 325 to 335, so I can only hit at 335. So you're gonna have to just rip." 2 golf balls because you had to hit
too.
I'm like, you got to hit at least 360. He hit it. We ended up. I hit the 3 sets. I hit. I went 335, 335, 335, and Press was just on fire. So we ended up winning. That was the first time I had. That was the first time I ever had Blantons. We was like, you got to celebrate a win.
Team events are cool. Team events are fun like that. It brings out a different little environment, right?
Yeah, we had 8 teams, and it was a lot of fun.
That's right.
This would be an interesting group right here.
Yeah.
And like I said, Reid Russell just needs to hit balls and play. He's plenty fast enough.
Yeah, Reid's gotten up to that 225 area lately. He's gotten even faster. I mean, definitely one of the fastest guys in the sport.
Yeah. But we did talk about it a little bit, with Martin. Martin gets up there, and that last set, you probably didn't see him hit, but Martin finally went to a 48-inch driver, and was Martin Borgmeyer freed up and just, looked awesome. And it's like, all right, do I pull out a 46-inch driver, or do I try to put balls in play, knowing that you're fast? And we talked about
the 46-inch driver move. I don't like it.
We talked about that last night with Kanani Lodge. It's like, do you just hit the 46 the entire time, or you just hit a 48-inch driver? And, oh, God, here we go.
Oh, here comes the wind.
Here comes the wind. Wind's out of the north now. Oh, boy. We're going to have an issue here.
I bet if we
might have some technical difficulties
back here, let this thing just fly out.
Oh yeah, we don't need this.
If we can get rid of this, it would get the drag down.
Yeah. We had a nice big gust of wind out of the west.
Yeah, that'll get rid of the drag. Now we shouldn't lose the 10th this way.
You might want to push it up.
Golly, that wind is howling now.
Yep, and it's coming right out of the west. Right directly in the face, so slot number 1's going to be the slot that you'd like to hit in right now.
Yeah, that wind picked up
big time.
10, 15 miles an hour all at once right there.
Yep.
This kind of reminds me of Atlantic City a little bit, except for it's not back in the face.
That was bad. That one's going to be all right. We're going to be all right with this one.
I think that was always the hardest grid we ever had to hit on was Atlantic City.
Yes.
Oh, lost my beer.
Those are Colorado Kool-Aids, sir. Good old Colorado Kool-Aids. I love those. Some of the best you could ever have.
If we move this tent up just a little bit, we should be better because it's kind of on an angle right now.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe if we push this up.
All right, well, let's see if that keeps the 10 over our head here.
So you're saying there's a chance?
So my goodness. There's a chance.
All right, we're back. We had an issue, a big gust of wind, and throwing almost through these tents out into someone's backyard.
That was going to be as far as I hit a golf ball today, sir. That was a long route, but it went there.
Do you remember Ryan Lau, Bobby?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that big old hook he used to hit? And back in 2014, he used to start it way right of the lights even and draw it back in. And he hit that one ball that started right of the lights. and then kept going all the way over into the houses.
Yep. All right. Right now, we have Brant DeBoer ended up winning that last set at 381 yards. Landon Gentry at 378. Clint Oliver at 347. Travis Geerts, Reid Russell ended up taking set number 2 to get him up to 400 points at 387. Travis Geerts 366. Jeff Schmuck 345, and Dawson Disotelle at 340. And we have been reminiscing, and we apologize because the live scoring, we weren't going to do any live until the round of 16, but Robbie Peterson and the team made the executive decision to just go live, and it's been fun. You know, we get to sit here and, yeah, we get to reminisce a little bit about, long drive, fill some people in on some good stories. But when the round of 16 comes here right around 3:30 now, Pacific Standard Time, we'll have all the data in front of you, and we'll be up to date in real time of yardages, and it'll be a little bit more interactive in live time. So
This is an interesting group to me because the ball flights that you get out of Scottie and Jeff, they have a very similar flight to them. I'll be interested to see how they do in this one.
Both Jeff and Scottie were begging for that one. They were must have been just off, just missed.
I would tell you, I think Jeff could be a sleeper in this thing with the wind like it is and everything going. I think Jeff could be a sleeper.
Yep. I said I like Scottie Pearman too with this wind. Now the wind has
too.
shifted. We had a hard gust of wind from the west, and now it looks like it's more of a southwest wind blowing down in slot number 1 and slot number 2, where you can hit that big old high ball and let it ride the wind.
Which really works well for Scottie.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the high ball moments.
Yeah, you're a high ball hitter.
I cannot. I don't know. I mean, today I couldn't get the ball over probably 150 feet. It was a train wreck happening there. But
Jeff's begging for one here. I can't tell if that one's going to stay in or not. I think
ball
he hit
works.
it good, but he's begging for it to stay in. Looks like it was hanging on the left line.
Definitely the success that I've had here has been the high ball. Good reaction time.
All right, so we got Jeff Gavin, the 2014 and 2021 Masters Division World Champion, who ended up winning yesterday. He likes it. Now he's asking it for a run. So once you start getting balls in play, Mesquite has been notorious for having a hot grid down the far right side and the far left side of the grid. So you really get to see some big balls roll out because there is a little bit of a crown in the center of the grid where it doesn't ever rain here, but you see that a lot, down in Florida, like where there's crowns in the field. So if you do hit a cut that hits right as center and it starts rolling down that right side, that's when you start seeing really big numbers. Same thing with a little bit of a draw down the left side. But, Gavin.
I think Ryan Respec always used to have the best shot for this grid, in my opinion. He would aim it. He'd start it in that right corner, but he hit that little pole a little bit. So he'd aim to the right corner, but he'd pull it down into the left corner. And that ball was just deadly on this grid.
All right, so we're gonna wait. This was the last set of hitters in round number 2. So we'll have an update here in a second. 550, 575 is going to be right around the bubble. They're taking the top 5 guys out of the 16 hitters with one hitter that comes in 6th to be in the wild card round against 2 other hitters. Waiting on the numbers right now. We will have all of it up on the screen for you guys that are just tuning into YouTube. Dick DeBoer with some constructive criticism. Thank you, Dick. Brant has won his first 2 sets.
Did he just go 410? Is that what I just heard? Who was in that set that just went 410?
Gavin, 410. Wind shifted too. Straight down wind. I wouldn't be surprised to see 430, 440, 450 if this wind stays this way. Matt writes, they're playing for second with Berkshire in the mix. Matt, anything can happen when you get to the round of 8. When you get to the quarterfinals, anything's possible. None of the hitters is susceptible. The OB ball's always in play. Any hitter.
And look at last night with Kanani. I mean, who would have seen that coming?
Yeah. But I mean, Kyle has been so locked in. His last time here in Mesquite was dominant. Was just it reminded me of him in Rochester. He ran the table in Rochester.
Yes,
It was the
he
first
did.
time ever, like literally in baseball terms, he threw a perfect game. He won every single set. It was something crazy too, like 13, 14 sets where he didn't lose against 3 other guys on the tee box against the baddest dudes on the planet. And that's back in
he
19.
is the baddest guy on
Yeah.
the planet.
Yeah.
So, Landon can really make up some ground right here. I like his chances in this round. I really think he could do good, make up some points right here.
So Gavin ended up taking that set at 410 yards. He went. He's got 300 total points. So Reid Russell, Brant DeBoer, won their first 2 sets at 400. They're looking good if they can get 2 wins apiece. Another win, they're guaranteed to be in the round of 16. All right, so you look at Reid Russell, high ball guy. Brant DeBoer, high ball. Jeff Gavin, high ball. Scottie Pearman, high ball. Sean Johnson, more of a mid-ball cut kind of guy. Hunter Noell hits it super high. And then you talked about Jeff Schmuck.
He struggles to get it up in the air, and it's going to be with the wind like it is right now. He's really going to have to work on that if he's going to be competitive here. He's going to have to get that ball flight up. He's got the speed. He's just got to get the ball flight.
Landon hit the ball pretty good down the right side. You're just the high ball flight, man. It's just, I tell you, about 10 to 20 feet higher, it would just go do a lot more for it,
So we're talking about if you can hit it right now, 170 up to 210, 220. I mean, Colton and Reid Russell are the guys that hit it that high consistently. Kyle can hit it that high. They just have to, though.
He normally apexes like 170 to 190.
Yep.
Yeah, mine's 190.
And 190 would be perfect.
I have to
for this
force. I have
condition.
to force to get to 200.
190 would be a
190
great apex for this condition.
Yep.
Yeah. And what I say earlier, it sucks to suck, boys. How you doing?
And Gavin's a guy that could, he's a 170, 180, 190 feet in the air guy as well. So this will be a good group here because you got 3 high ball hitters hitting here, and it'd be interesting to see these guys center punch these what their numbers are going to be. This is straight downwind now. I wouldn't be surprised to see your first 430 ball of the day.
Yeah, with these conditions, I could definitely see that.
Yep.
A little warmer outside now. The heat's kind of kicking in. The wind's picked up. I could definitely see some bigger numbers coming up right now, especially with Reid hitting. I could see Reid pumping a 430 out here.
Yep. Farthest ball of the day, I believe. Colton went 427. Colton Casto. Gindy Wavin has entered the chat room. Gindy, hello. Hope to see you in Port Rowan. Might go out there.
I miss you.
We're waiting on who won that set, Wendy. Like I said, we don't have the tech running for us as of right now, so we kind of have to hurry up and wait.
I feel like I hadn't seen Wendy in forever.
She hasn't changed. She's a supermodel.
Yeah. Also drinks from the Fountain of Youth.
Oh, absolutely. You guys need a house. Well, like I said, I get in trouble. There's the battle between Ryan Gregnall and Wendy Gavin for real estate agents in Toronto. So.
Do we have another ghost?
Yeah, I think Reid. Well, the wind just died down just a little bit 2 minutes ago. Brandon Flynn said we're going to see him go 420. I believe 420 is still there, but
too.
about 2 minutes ago, 430 was in the tank for sure. It was.
I'm not so sure it's still not.
Yeah, and he hits it plenty high enough. And
the flags are howling down range.
And I think the grid is harder. I know the
look-
grid's harder at about 370, 380 for sure.
I always say look up to the top of the mesa if you can really get an idea what that wind's doing, looking at the American flag on top of the mesa, and it's really whipping up there right now. So
Landon Gentry 404, Travis Geerts 390, Thomas Barnes 360, and Mark Lawrence 351. As you mentioned, it's Landon looked good that set.
That was a good ball, man. That was a good ball right down the right side.
This will be a good teller here. I'm gonna say we're gonna see the longest balls of this group right now. If someone center punches one, you're gonna see 420, 430. Hunter Noell liked his ball.
all 3 of the guys on this tee box can mash. So
Yep.
I think we'll see some pretty big balls here. Wind gusting down right now.
Jeff Gavin in slot number 1, Ghost Player in slot number 2, Reid Russell in 3, and Hunter Noell in 4. All high ball hitters. Reid Russell being the fastest guy on the tee box.
That one right there.
Yep.
That was down the left side. That was definitely a high ball, probably over 200 feet right there. That was
I think
was
Reid
crushed,
liked
too.
that one. If it stays in, I think that's going to be your big number right there.
And I like Gavin in slot number 1. He mentioned yesterday that he just doesn't feel like the grid fits his eye very well, but he did his most damage in slot number 1 yesterday. He hit 11 sets, and he's looking good.
Unfortunately, he's hitting those blue balls, and I just can't get a ball flight on him.
No one
I
likes
can
blue
see
balls.
the pink ones and the orange ones from here, but the other ones are just rough.
The only thing you can do is just look at his reaction.
Yeah,
You'll hear it
right.
from Gavin. He'll tell you.
That's a good ball by Hunter. Right
Hunter
side.
just-
Hopefully it stays in play. That's
if that
huge.
stays in, it's going to be big.
That is huge.
That was a tater right there.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's fun to tell a little bit of stories and kind of, Will's been in this sport for 9 years. I've been fortunate enough to do it. This would be my 16th year in the sport. And, we've learned a lot, just all different types of grid conditions, launch spin angles. There's so much that goes into this. A lot of people don't know.
Hunter is going wild
Hunter's
right
on
now.
fire right now.
Yeah, and he hits it really high. I mean, he's a guy that could put it up to 210, 222, or 220.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking feet in the air right now. And, Reid could probably hit it 230, 240. He hits it super high.
A little
So-
bit spinning.
Is that one
A little
gonna stay in?
It fell right, but it was if he could just get that ball to turn over just a little bit, that ball is going to be huge. I don't know, he might have 1 or 2 balls left. I can't see right now, but
I haven't seen much of a reaction from Jeff here. I don't know
Yep.
if he's really hit his ball.
yeah, he's already picking up tees. He might be done
I
already.
think
I don't know.
Reed's got a good one in,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't really tell if it stayed.
Obi left.
Obi
Didn't
right.
like that one.
I'll be right.
Obi right, left.
Obi Kenobi.
Yeah.
That's all right. He had two good balls, though, it looked like. Hunter had 3
Hunter
good
had
balls.
some really good balls there.
Hunter is definitely a very lot of action.
Yep.
You know when he hits a good ball, he will let you know for sure.
I don't look a day over 27, thank you. Yeah, I started when I was 11. Got right out of pro ball and
Yeah.
just jumped right in 11 years old.
16 years, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
16th season. Yeah, we'll be
So-
15th world championship because we didn't have a world championship in 2020.
I know.
I know. But we were in Memphis.
I know.
I think we tied last year at the World Finals.
What, for last place?
It's pretty damn
Just
close, honestly.
Which-
No, I actually got bubbled. It was funny. Like, they're like, how'd you hit? I'm like, hit the ball good. I literally lost by a total of 3 yards in 5 sets to get the round of 32. But, that, like, for me, like, my expectations, if I made the round of 32, I'm good. But, I'm a realistic dude. These guys are, 215, 220, 230, and I'm swinging ass out at, like, 203, 204,
How you doing?
114 pounds soaking
Just
wet.
send them, bud. Saturdays
Yeah.
are for the boys.
I ain't
I'm
220
definitely looking
anymore.
forward to going back to Memphis. Memphis has definitely been
Yeah.
a good grid for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. When I say 220, I was talking about 220 pounds, not 220 mile per hour ball speed. I was 220 pounds. But yeah,
Shoot.
Memphis, you've done well. You said you've won 3 times there?
3 times in Memphis. So,
All right, so here are the numbers. Hunter Noell, 401. Reid Russell, 399. Jeff Gavin, 370. Reid Russell is now at 500 points. And, they yelled they yelled at the 401. So, like I said, I think it's just going to come down to really, truly just ball speed. We got Brant DeBoer in slot number 4, which for me, I really like slot number 4 today, just because it just gives a little bit more room down that left side, and because there was that west wind of gust that we had, but it's not anymore. It's straight
Mostly
downwind.
straight down.
Straight
all
down.
the spots should be fine.
Yep.
Realistically here.
So Dawson
I
Disotelle
look
one.
for Scottie to put up a big number here.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn it over just a little much. Started it down the left side there. If he can straighten that out or just start it a little bit more right, I think he'll be all right. Brant goes yard down the right side. Right corner, actually, right center. That was a good ball. Pretty high ball as well.
He's got a very nice, consistent swing.
I think Brant's one of those underrated hitters on the tour.
Yeah, he's always in and around. Just stringing 5 sets together, and
Scottie hit one that he yelled at. He liked it.
yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, he doesn't usually make a reaction unless
No,
it's
he
killed.
liked that one.
I lost it. I wish I could see him, darn it. Wish I could see him.
Looks like he's looking out left. But this is group number 3 today. 10 men have already advanced. Scottie,
Left side. Scottie went left side. Pretty high ball. It might actually stay in. It is coming back a little
wind
bit. I
should
think
hold
it is
that.
staying in. Yeah, I think it did stay in.
so Matt asking the question, do you have any stats on top ball speed so far today? We don't. We don't have the TrackMan 4 set up as of right now. We weren't going to do any live broadcasting until the round of 16. Just we want to have as much technology and battery.
Top ball speed today.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Who do you? What's your guess?
I'm guessing it was probably me at 203, 204.
Yeah, how you doing? How you
I mean, Kyle consistently is going to be the fastest guy. And
Yep.
Colton has the longest
Colton's
ball
got the
today.
longest ball. And I
For
wouldn't
sure.
be surprised to see Colton. Honestly, he moves it pretty good too.
Mhm.
But if I had to put money on fastest ball speed today, it'd be Kyle.
Yeah. No. He's the fastest
mean,
guy in the world. He's hit the
He
fastest
is.
golf balls
He's the
ever hit.
fastest, He's the fastest one. So
We'll go back to the time that he was at the shop working on, he's trying to break his own record. Once he got loose, he had 118 golf balls, 41 of them worth 230 miles per hour or more.
ridiculous.
Hit the fastest
That is
ball,
ridiculous.
234.4. Had the boys, the good boys there.
What a day. I mean, honestly, I call myself an exotic car just because I got 200 on the dash, but that's like 201, 203, 204. But that is, I mean, honestly, what a just different human being. Just
What was cool was that my Golf Spy did a review on golf balls, and the fastest or longest ball was the Pro V1 left dash. And Kyle's like, let's hit a Pro V1 left dash, because I want to hit a ball that no one's gonna say, oh, he broke it with a Volvic AMT. Like no one has access to that ball, and he stuck with that golf ball the entire time, and he broke the ball speed record with a ball that you could buy, at any store in the country or any country club. And the ball was phenomenal. Held up, did great.
Wow.
So, all right. So right now, Brant DeBoer goes back to back to back with wins at 409, Scottie Pearman at 402, and Dawson Disotelle at 368.
So Brant's going to be a force today, apparently.
He hits the ball high. He hits it straight. I mean,
And he's healthy.
He's like
He's
a 210,
healthy
211,
now.
212 guy.
he was hurt last year at the World Finals.
Yeah.
When
Hurt his
he's
back.
healthy, yeah, when he's healthy, that kid, he can go. He can go.
Yeah, I met Dane and his dad in Brant 2020 at the One Stop Power Shop. Never been on a launch monitor before, and just right out the blocks is like right at 210. So we got Clint Oliver, Garrett Williams, Sean Johnson, and Jeff Schmuck. Once
Jeff
this group is done, we'll have the first 3 rounds, and we'll give you an update.
Jeff hit a pretty good ball down that left side. Hopefully it stayed in there. Sean hit it's falling out right there. I'll be right.
Eddie, they got to get 10 rounds to get to the quarterfinals. So you have to hit
That looks like a pretty good swing right there.
13
Oh,
sets.
man, that is a good ball. I just hope he gets it 10 feet higher,
Win
10
it.
to 20 feet
Jeff,
higher, man.
Jeff hit a really good
That is-
ball, but he
it's-
needs to hit it a
It's literally
little bit
just
higher.
above the mesa. It's just above the mesa. I wish he would get it just a
Gotta
little
hit
bit
a
higher.
little higher, but that was a good shot. I'd expect a pretty good number out of Jeff this round.
I'll be right for Sean. So
You can tell
aggressive.
he swings left. Jeff swings a little left, huh?
He does a little,
Yeah.
but
Oh boy.
honestly,
Here comes that one weird west wind just for a gust. And as of right now, the stakes or the tents want to come up again. Show us why you bench 405. Well,
I can't anymore.
you can do 400 instead of 405.
No, man, I hadn't been working that much. I need to start back. It's time to start my world's training. Actually, get back into shape. But yeah, I went from benching 465 pounds. I'm probably like 365 pounds right now.
That's crazy.
I'd pass out if I looked at that weight.
I don't think you can do 135 ever.
I don't think I'm ever going to do 135, sir. Only thing I'm going to do 135 in is a damn car, a rental at that.
Jeff's hit some really good shots here. I do wish he'd apex it a little higher, but he's hit a couple good balls into the grid. So
Spot 2 hit a good ball. Spot 2 hit a really good ball.
Looks like Sean Johnson liked his last golf ball. And he definitely, on the tee box right now, is the fastest guy.
oh, for sure. But like we always talk about,
Ooh, those are
It's
some
not-
fast hands right there,
Jeff
Mr.
got some
Schmuck.
speed.
Yeah.
But it's not always a speed contest, and that's the thing that Sean's going to have to learn right now is that he's got to control that ball flight, especially out in Mesquite. It is every bit as much of a ball flight as it is a speed contest out here.
Now we're talking about wind swirling here. It's into the face. It's crossed. It's left to right down the grid. On the Mesa, it is more 45 degrees from the left to the right in the face.
On the tee box, it is.
It's about 45 degrees left to right in the face. So
if you look up, the American flag was literally just blowing right back at us on top of the Mesa, and now it is, of course, back across the grid.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, is always the best indicator of what the wind's actually doing when you hit it up into the air, is what that American flag on top of the Mesa is doing.
All right. We're going to get an update here with the leaderboard. Nick Vorbeck. Hello. Brant DeBoer. Win. 600 points. Reid Russell, 500. Scottie Pearman, 400 points. Hunter Noell. Oh, Scottie Pearman, 350. All right. Now they're updating it all. Here we go. Brant DeBoer, Reid Russell, Hunter Noell, Scottie Pearman, Sean Johnson. As of right now, those are the top 5 in this. Jeff Schmuck is on the bubble, and so is Jeff Gavin for that wild card spot. But they still have 2 more sets to go. This is the first time I've seen, like, this might be, like, you have to maybe get to 600. There's it's really top heavy here.
What were the numbers on that last group?
Schmuck went 386. Sean Johnson went 385. So 86, 80. So Schmuck ended up winning that.
I knew he hit some good balls, yeah.
It was on that left side. That ball got just right up to that Mesa.
All right, so Scottie Pearman, Sean Johnson, Jeff Schmuck, and Jeff Gavin. It's they're locked-eyed at 350. So Brant DeBoer is definitely in. I mean, he literally just needs to hit one and play. He's good. Reid Russell,
do that.
Yeah, 600 points is going to be good. So Reid Russell here is in slot number 4. And I just feel like this is going to, the longest ball is going to come from slot number 4.
I could see that for sure.
The wind shifted. It's more downwind again.
It's howling down right now. We should see some big numbers this round. Of course, now it just swirled.
It just swirled, and
it's
it's
no
in the
longer
face.
down grid.
Let me look at the weather right now and see what the wind's supposed to be doing here in the next couple hours. 100 degrees here in Mesquite, Nevada. What does it feel like in Mesquite, Nevada? It feels like 100 degrees. There's no humidity.
Nice in the shade.
Yeah. Wind direction. All right, so the wind direction is going to be pretty much a southwest wind, so 10 to 12 miles per hour.
That one down.
Now, based off of what we see, I'll switch what I'm saying, and I would say slot number 1. If you hit a high, just a high ball, someone like someone that hits it dead straight, like Kyle.
Reid Russell's sitting at 386 right now. We'll see if he can.
Reid's sitting at 386.
386.
Tyga's in. Did Tyga already play? Absolutely. Tyga's in. He's made the final 16. Edward Michael Joseph. William Bartholomew, Rancho Sanchez, Vicario, Conchita Martinez, Fernandez has entered the chat room. Second place finish on 2.5 hours of sleep yesterday. Edward.
Glad I finally got to hear that live. That was amazing.
Yeah. Never said that before. So there are 5 guys within 25 points of each other.
It tells you how close this competition is.
Yep.
I'll be right for Mr. Reid. If he gets that ball turned over, that's game over, I think.
And Reid's got all the speed in the world. He's just got to hit the ball flight.
And Brant looks nice and composed. He looks just very within himself.
He actually looks like he's got some speed right now, too. He's
confident
swinging
and
pretty
flowing
fast right now.
For me, I look at the guys getting their hands to set at the top. When they get their hands to set at the top, they're really good. It's when they get a little quick.
Yes.
All right, so let's. Oh, step forward. There we go. So that group right there is Garrett Williams, Thomas Barnes, Brant DeBoer, and Reid Russell. No reactions out of any of the guys. Nicholas Kiefer, hello.
Nick Kiefer, what's up, bud?
We got
How
Will
you doing,
Hogan,
Nick?
Aaron
I have
Hoffman.
no idea who you are, but how you doing, Nick? Sorry, I hope that I meet you one day.
Yep.
And if I have met you, I apologize for not remembering.
Yep, Nick Kiefer, left-handed.
Oh, lefty.
Yep.
Stands on the wrong side of the ball.
Yeah.
Super.
My
Oh, I thought
goodness.
you were going to say something about.
Technically, he stands on the right side of the ball.
You're so right, Josh. Wait.
So they pay me the big bucks.
Yeah, well, when I think it, like I said earlier, it hurts my head, so I try not to do that.
If any of you guys need custom putters refinished, give Nick Kiefer a call at 847 Customs. He even has a putter company.
But just know, Nick, I can still cook circles around you.
There you
So.
go. Yep. And he's 9 inches taller than you. You just said that. He told me, he paid me to say that. But yeah, Nick ended up coming in third in 2017.
Let's not talk about that. Why
What?
you keep bringing up stuff where I lose, man?
I lost
He
too.
beat me.
Why? Well, that means he beat you. So yeah,
He beat me in the top 8.
JJ beat him, I think, right? Kyle Berkshire's in. Kyle ended up having 900 points. He lost to Colton Casto in the last set. Like I said, he came in second, but Kyle looked phenomenal. Jason Zuback has entered the chat room. The GOAT, hello, is back. We have a couple more sets here until we get to the round of 16. We're still going to have 3 guys fight in that wild card position for that last and final spot. The 10 guys have already made it. Names Maurice Allen coming back after 3 years off. He ended up going win-win in order to get in.
It was good to see Maurice back.
It was. He looked good too. He did. He said his hand was sore, and he had 5 broken bones in his hand, and he looked great today.
Yeah, hand injuries are not good.
No.
Just swinging a golf cart.
No.
It is not going to work.
Yeah, Maurice is pretty tough. I popped a rib back in place for him in Aachen one year.
I remember that.
In the final 8. He dislocated a rib, and I put it back in for him.
Yep. So yeah, the question of the day is Bryson going to be able to play next week? I don't know if he's listening now, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a gambling man. I'm not a doctor. He might.
I'm not a doctor either, and that's where I would say that's between him and his physical therapist and his ortho guy. They really need to get together on that, and I wouldn't rush it back. You rush back from an injury, you can make it worse. So if they're even in question, I personally think he should hold off and make sure he's healthy.
Yeah.
But like I said, he knows more about that. It's his body. He'll know.
Yep.
So.
All right, right now, like I said, we got Nick Keller, Gavin, Jeff Schmuck, Landon Gentry. I haven't heard a reaction out of Gavin. Gavin is going to be on his.
Schmuck just hammered one.
Yeah.
Same with Landon.
I think Landon liked his as well. Gavin, this is going to be, if my math serves me correctly, his 19th set or 20th set.
Goodness gracious.
It's a lot of swings. Even though he drinks from the fountain of youth, that's a lot of golf balls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't
this
care. I
weather?
don't care what kind of shape you're in either.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Yep.
In this weather, it'll zap you.
And we'll say it. We've been on since 8 o'clock this morning. Live scoring will be in the final 16. You'll see numbers, data. We'll have TrackMan data in slot number 4, so we'll be able to see launch, spin, everything. Ball speed.
I might
left
even bring
speed.
some whiskey into the box.
Bring it into the box.
Fun. I mean,
Absolutely.
As long as we stay on topic, we'll be just fine. How you doing? Because
I'm on my 17th water today.
yeah, you owe yourself about 10 more beers, then, sir.
I don't think I've had 10 beers in the last 10 years.
My goodness. No wonder you look amazing.
I know.
Yourself, how old are you? 52?
106. Eddie's 106. Actually, his birthday, Edward Michael Joseph.
he
Yeah, he
is
turned.
not. Don't tell him that. He is not 106. He's 114.
Edward.
Who's in? Who's not in? What do we
Just
got
waiting
here?
on the numbers. We're waiting on Seamus to type in everything.
I always thought it would have been funny if we would have rolled Eddie out in a wheelchair one time.
In an oxygen tank, that'd be
Yeah.
the best.
Go pull him straight out of the nursing home.
Nick Keller, no marks. Jeff Gavin, no marks. Ouch. Jeff Schmuck, 417.
Yeah, I knew he hammered that one.
Landon Gentry with the longest ball today at 438 yards.
Oh, wow. Look at that
Lot
one.
number 4. I called it a little bit ago, but then after I looked at the Weather Channel, and it's like,
Well, believe it or not, the wind switched back to what it was when you said that.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
that's
a bomb.
good.
Yep.
That is a good ball. I mean,
That's got to give him some confidence moving forward.
well, I mean, he's been looking good. The session he's been putting in. He's been putting in the work. He looks
Yeah.
good.
Looks good.
All right, Rocco, give us some input. We got Rocco in the hospital in Las Vegas, Nevada, was supposed to be competing today. How are you feeling? Give us an update. We're live on YouTube right now. I think we have, oh, wow, we have 173,000 people on right now. Good, wow. But, yeah, Rocco didn't make it out, and hopefully you're okay.
Rocco is one of my favorite dudes to be around. He
Yep.
is a good
You're
dude.
a doctor. He's a doctor.
my
Dr. Hogue, he had AFib. Explain. I don't know.
AFib. All right. Well, a lot of people have AFib. The biggest concern with AFib is blood clots, obviously. Basically, the atria of the heart just kind of quiver instead of beating.
Okay.
So they just kind of shake. And it can cause to very fast heart rates if you get what's called rapid ventricular response to go with it. And that can be a problem. Leads to a thing called SVT, and it can actually kill you. But AFib itself, a lot of people live with that every day, and it's fine. It can be controlled with medications or heart ablations or anything like that. So hopefully they've got it under control. Beta blockers work pretty well on it. But the big concern there, obviously, if he has a problem with this, is blood clots.
There you go. Can't answer a question about a handmade bone, but God darn it, you talk about AFib. He just gave you, I mean, I feel like I was just talking to Dr. Phil right there. That was
My
amazing.
head
I
hurts.
told you,
My head hurts.
life-threatening emergencies I know about.
But no, that was great. So hopefully, Rocco, you feel better, big guy. I mean, we might even just come bring flowers to you in the hospital when we drive back.
Yeah, what's your room number?
What hospital are you in? I don't even know.
Are you in?
We're not even trying to make a joke out of this, but he's
I will
literally
do
in the
it.
hospital.
No, I will be there.
So
I'll do
I
it.
would actually, I know I'm going to take away from this. I'd like some more information. Rocco, would you have RVR or did you just have about an AFib? What was it? What was going on? And is this new for you or is this kind of normal?
No blood clots, fortunately.
Well,
Let's
yeah,
go,
I mean,
boy.
if you had a blood clot, it'd be a bigger problem. We wouldn't be talking to you right now.
All right, Sean Johnson in slot number 4. Ooh, he said O, and he said the O stay in. So when they say O stay in down the left side, you're taking up a lot of real estate right to left if you're in slot number 4. But he's fast enough.
He is fast enough to overcome that.
And this was a big set for him. You know, he needs to win here because, like I said, there was a logjam at 350 points. Jesse Pedersen has entered the chat room again, the pride of
Jesse Patterson.
Vancouver.
What's up, homie?
Such a stud. He's had AFib for 3 years.
Okay. So if I had to guess, probably takes Eliquis. I can't read that, man. My eyesight's terrible.
Cardioverted twice.
Oh, man. Wow. So he was definitely an RVR if they cardioverted it.
You're getting everything from this broadcast here.
Sheesh.
You know, we're getting good stories. We're getting good yardages.
At times.
We're getting, you know.
At times. Try to read their lips every once in a while, and you might be able to. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just try to. There's a pretty good group, though. We got, I don't know, well, he's been hitting the ball very well.
Poor Rocco, because for the record, it feels like getting kicked in the chest by a horse if you get cardioverted. So I know that does not feel good.
Oh, my goodness.
Sean Johnson, 416. So slot number 4 is looking stout. Slot 4 has won the last 3 sets.
By a long shot, too. As it
Yeah,
been
it
close?
hasn't even been close.
Yeah.
I mean, Reid won by 21 yards. Landon won by 21 yards. And Sean Johnson won by 76. All right, we got Travis Geerts, Clint Oliver, Hunter Noell, and Scottie
Well, this should be
Pearman.
interesting. Scotty's in slot 4, so he's in that power slot right now. So let's see what happens.
Let's see if I can see a ball here. Let's see if I can.
And him and Hunter Noell. I'm gonna say Scotty's a few mile per hour faster than Hunter, but Hunter's
But Hunter
Hunter's
hits a
fast
good
too.
ball.
Yeah, he hits it nice and high, no spin.
That was, I think, a little too high. I think it was top of the face there.
Scotty had that look that he liked it. Didn't get a big yell out of him, but I think he liked it. It was good enough.
Liked it enough to shake his head at it.
Yeah. Did Aaron make the final 16? Unfortunately, no. He came in dead last.
Yeah,
He was the
I
worst
made,
hitter here.
Yeah, I made the final 16 in the field.
With 15 hitters
I was the
in his
final
group.
16.
Yeah, final 16 out of 16,
Holy-
right?
Tell me about it. To be honest, it was.
Okay, I don't think I was much better. I
I-
might have beat the ghost.
This is definitely the worst performance I've ever. I put less balls in play than I had rounds hit. So it's all right.
Oh,
Take
you
it on the
can't
chin.
delete the message. Come on, Alex.
Don't you ever delete it? I hope.
Why you delete it? Write it back.
Poser?
Yeah.
Where are you at this week, man?
Yeah. I like how
Probably on
Alex
a
had
beach
his bro
somewhere.
come in and compete. They just decked her out in like $5,000 worth of clothes. And on the last ball, she came up clutch and ended up hitting it like 243 yards.
Nice.
Phenomenal shot. Phenomenal shot. So that was in Hope Sound. This is the last group here in round 4. And
Nick
then
Ball
it
left
comes
for
down
Scottie.
to crunch time because there's so many guys that are right around the same point. I think about 100, 350 points was what everybody was right around. There's 4 guys at 350 and 1 at 325 going into this set.
That was killed. That's high.
He likes
That's
it.
down the left
Yeah,
side.
Scotty
That
likes
is
that
a
one a
big
lot.
ball.
He's tough, man. He's tough.
He had a really gritty performance in Hobie Sound also.
Mhm.
Really struggled early on and then had to come back. I think it was win-win for him also. Went win-win to get into the final 8.
Yep.
Very gritty performance from him.
He knows how to win,
Florida.
too. Winners win. Alex Blauser mentioned that his girl will be ready for Japan. I want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I hope we have a tournament over there soon. I
That'd
would
be
love to
awesome.
go to Japan.
I like how they have it structured, too. You got to hit balls and play. It's not only is it a long drive contest, but there's some accuracy to it as well.
You know, I think that matters. I think that's something we should consider.
I do
But-
too, but not today. Just not today. Tomorrow we can do it.
Waiting on the numbers from the last group here. Scottie Pearman and Hunter Noell. They were sitting in and around the same point number here. So you got tough set there for Gavin. Gavin needed to get those at least 100 points. As I said, I feel like the 550, 575 is the bubble number.
550, I want to say, has been the bubble.
Yeah.
50-ish.
All right, so Scottie Pearman ended up winning that set at 411 yards. Travis Geerts, 383. Hunter Noell, 376.
Yeah, 2 ghosts here. Put a ball in play, you get 100 points.
Yep. Yeah, this is a big set for Travis Geerts right now. He's at 325 points. So if he wins this set, he'll be at 525. But let's look right now. Reid Russell, he's in. Brant DeBoer, he's in. Scottie Pearman and Sean Johnson are at 550 points. If they put a ball in play, more than likely, they should be in. And then you have Hunter Noell at 450 and Jeff Schmuck at 450. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The guys that are safe are Reid and Brant for sure. And there's a couple things that can happen here. Travis Geerts, if he wins, would have 525 points. He would be tied with Landon Gentry for 5th place. So that means Landon would only have to hit a ball in place in order to beat him. But Gavin can only get to 550, and I don't know if 550 is going to be enough.
It's going to be
That's
gonna
a
be
good
really,
ball
really
at
close.
That's the
there.
bubble.
Very good ball by Geerts right there down the right side. Got above the mesa, and it was a little draw.
So yeah, Nick. No. No. All right. So this is this is round number 5. Travis Geerts, if he wins, will have 525 points. Might possibly put him on the bubble. We'll force Hunter Noell to take a second place, or Jeff Schmuck to take a second place.
Another good ball by Travis
I don't
Geerts
know
down the
if
left
525
side now.
Gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It might potentially be a bubble number to get into 6th, but yeah, I just feel like Sean Johnson and Scottie Pearman just got to hit a ball and play, and they'll be good at 575.
I would agree with that. I
Yeah.
think 550 is going to be that bubble number.
Yep.
I really do.
Another good ball by Travis. Left center. 3 balls right there. Good balls. 1 down the right side, 2 down the left side. Good balls. Well, I know that he beat the 2 ghosts. I know he beat the 2 ghosts.
Well, you know what? That's something.
Yeah. Jesse goes Hobie sound, which it's Hobe sound, but who cares? And
Whatever.
he's like, Will, did you recently marry your sister? That's what Jesse Pedersen just said.
If I had one, I might.
And now they're saying you're from Tennessee. He's not, I mean,
I'm
whatever.
not from Arkansas or West Virginia.
There you go.
I mean, I might be a redneck, but I'm not that much of a redneck.
You're not a red body?
Yes. Got
That's
red
what I
hair.
call my family. That's what I call my family. They're not rednecks. They're red bodies.
I got red hair. If that counts for anything. I don't have a soul, though.
Waiting on numbers here. I believe Travis Geerts, if he does win this set, will be at 525 points, which would be the bubble.
But no, I did actually meet my wife at WinStar's World Championship, so.
It's a good spot to meet people.
Yes,
So thanks to Long Drive, you met your
Yep.
wife.
absolutely.
Mhm.
That was Ryan Steenberg's doing.
Yeah.
I was getting ready. I was flying to the Bahamas the next day, so I was going to bed. And he was like, come have a beer at the pool. I think you're going to like this bartender or whatever. And I was like, nah, whatever. I'll come have one beer. And then I stayed for like 4 hours.
And boy.
And, yeah. Now
You
we're
are
married.
smarter. You are smarter than you look.
Mhm.
I tell you. This is a big set for Mr. Gavin here.
So Travis Geerts ended up winning that set at 416 yards. Garrett Williams at 387, so he is eliminated from the event. Gavin could potentially still get in. If he wins here, he'll be at 300
Which he could
or
definitely
550
do,
points.
and this
Oh,
is
he's
proof. He could definitely do it.
if Gavin hits his ball, he's winning the set.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Gavin needs to put a good ball out and play. I mean, the guys hitting are good hitters, but Gavin's faster.
Well, better ball flight
Stronger.
for the day, too.
Better ball flight.
Just all
He's
around.
just in control,
He's just-
too.
he's
He's got a little more horsepower, and he's got a better ball flight for the condition. I really think if he hits his ball, that should be enough. But he's got to hit it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for me, I've liked he's hit his best sets in slot number 1, so I like that he's in slot 1.
Which is odd because most of the guys don't like blue balls.
They don't. 96% of the guys don't prefer the blue balls in this competition.
I think Rob Tietmeyer's the only one that likes the blue balls.
Travis Geerts gets married next weekend. Well, congratulations, Travis.
Well, have a day, kid, huh?
You currently are on the bubble.
Hit some bombs.
If Gavin wins, he knocks him out.
Does he?
Per se, Landon Gentry can go out of bounds.
I
But if
have
Hunter
not
Noell-
seen-
The hit off.
I have not seen a reaction from Jeff yet.
No,
So
Who goes to the hit off?
we're gonna find out. It's too much of a what if.
much going on.
Jeff Schmuck is at 450. Hunter Noell's at 450. Which means, like I said, Sean Johnson, Scottie Pearman literally just need to hit a ball and play, and they're in. But we're live in Mesquite, Nevada. Diamond in the Desert Classic. 46 men, well, now 45, because the gentleman, Nick Keller, has not hit a ball and play, along with the ghost player. But 45... Nope. I mean, there's a possibility that Nick went out with the Wolfpack last night in Vegas, you know? Who knows?
Never know.
Don't know. Anything's possible.
I tell you.
Oh, Vegas. Plenty of long drive stories from Vegas that we cannot talk about on the air.
I think everybody who possibly can have a story from Vegas. Everybody takes advantage of that one time and they learn, okay, 115 degrees doing that is not a good choice. That was my time last year.
My last trip to Vegas, Martin left his wallet in my car. And
That's a good day.
yeah, he went to go, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to gamble this week. And I ended up putting $100 in a slot machine, and it was a 2-cent slot machine, and didn't know it was $20 a spin. I lost in 5 spins.
Nice.
And then I put in another 100, and then another 100, and $1,100 later, my biggest win was $14.60. And Martin shows up, hit the button, hit for $6,000. I'm like, I'm buying dinner
Yeah.
for myself.
I love it. I love it.
And that was it.
Let's
So-
see. I took Bobby Peterson in 2013. We went to lunch at a sushi place. And between the sushi and the booze, we dropped $750.
Oops. We talked about that last night. Me, Shook, and my boy Sean, when we flew into Dubai, we didn't sleep. I mean, it was like a 28 million hour flight, but it was like 17 hours, however long it was. We went to the Nusret guy. We had filet mignons and one drink. It was $800. All right. So Gavin ended up winning that set, which puts him at 550, which we felt like is the bubble number. Currently, as of right now, if Landon Gentry per se doesn't hit one in play, whatever. Him and Travis Geerts are potentially on the bubble as of right now. But Hunter Noell needs to get a second place or better. Jeff Schmuck needs to get a second place or better to put a log jam at 550 points. So we might have 2 or 3 guys playing for the 5th slot, and then they will play again for the 6th. Yeah, for the 5th slot, and then the 6 guys.
Yeah.
They might have to hit 3 more times if they tie right now.
Let's see what we get with Brant right here. Let's see. Hopefully he gets a good ball
This
in
should
play.
be a pretty tough group right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of horsepower here. That is a good ball. Right side. Flirting with the line. It might be OB, but if he puts that ball in play, we're going to have a good situation.
But Reid Russell, Brant DeBoer, they're in. Scottie Pearman needs to hit a ball in play. Sean Johnson needs to put a ball in play. Landon Gentry can take.
Where's he sitting right now?
He could take 3rd, and he would put Gavin on the bubble, or he would put Gavin in the wild card. But it really depends on Jeff Schmuck and Hunter Noell.
Well,
Hunter Noell just went yard down the right side. Big high ball again.
If Hunter Noell wins this set, then he's in at 650 points.
Hard to really gauge what's going on out there. The only reaction I've seen was from Hunter. There's another big one right there from Hunter.
Said, yeah, because you got Schmuck and Noell at hitting right now. If Schmuck or Noell win, they're in. So if they win this set, they're in.
I can't.
One of them comes in 2nd place. They'll be on the bubble with Gavin, and then it
Jeff
really
did
comes
not
down
look
to
overly happy with his set there.
Brant hit
another
big ball.
And Brant can be spoiler too. He wins the set, kind of like Jacob Galladay did. You know, Galladay ended up winning that set a little bit ago too.
Jeff's got one more swing left, and we'll see what he does here. He does not look overly happy at the moment. Let his weight go forward there. Depends on if that stays in. It's going to be close.
Hunter Noell, OB left. Brant DeBoer, OB left.
Jeff hit a pretty good ball there. I just don't know if it's going to hang on.
Yeah, he was begging for it. Hopefully it does. That was a good little group, though. That was a lot of horsepower right there. A lot of speed.
This will tell us a lot here with Hunter Noell and Jeff Schmuck if they come in 1st or 2nd place. Because right now it looks like Gavin will be on the bubble with Landon Gentry. If Gentry could potentially. If Gentry takes 2nd, he's in. Because he's at 525.
And this round right here is like murderers row.
Do we have 4 winners right here? Have all 4 of these guys won?
has to hit one. I don't know about Sean. Where's Sean sitting right now? Is he in or out?
Sean Johnson is at 550 Fs to hit a
So
ball
he's-
and play.
He's got to touch the grid. He should be fine.
All of these guys are in right here.
Well, listen, a lot of things can happen right now because like there's this is not going to be like the other groups.
That
I mean,
OB monster can jump up and bite
Yep.
somebody. There's a lot of things that can still happen here.
I love it. I love it. Nothing better than having to come down to the last 2 sets to.
we're still waiting on a number 2. And I know that we've said it 50 times. We're going to have live scoring here in the final 16. Right now, Hunter Noell ended up taking second place. Brant DeBoer, that 5th ball, he liked it. He ends up winning that set because he becomes spoiler. He spoiled, whatever. He knocked one of the guys out that was right on the bubble. So there's an absolute logjam at 550 points. Hunter Noell and Jeff Gavin are going to 100% be in a playoff. So the only guy that could be spoiler right now, or to put them on the bubble in the wild card, is going to be Landon Gentry. So if Landon Gentry takes 3rd place in this set, he's going to get in. He's in. I mean, technically, Scottie Pearman and Sean Johnson, if they both win OB,
Scotty ain't going OB. He just put a good one down the left side.
So Scottie Pearman needs to hit one in.
He did.
He just wouldn't even. That was a big ball right down the middle.
There's just a lot of things that can happen right now.
Looks to be OB right for Scotty right there. See what Reid can do here. Oh, that's a big ball down the right center. That is
Drawing or cutting?
that is a draw, a little baby draw. It actually got held up a little bit. That's a big ball down the right center.
So Reid hit a pretty good one right there.
Yeah.
OB right for Landon right there. He puts that ball in play. That is ideal height. Looks to be OB right for Scotty right there.
So now we're just kind of waiting. It's one thing about not having the live scoring is being able to see if guys have balls in play right now. But we can 100% guarantee that Hunter Noell and Jeff Gavin are going to be hitting either in the wild card round or hitting to just automatically get into the round of 16 and not go in that playoff and the wild card. So Gavin and Hunter Noell are 100% hitting against each other.
Big ball by Scotty right there.
Scottie Pearman just needed to hit a ball in play, which he has.
Hit 3 or 4. He's smoking it this round.
Yeah. So Brant DeBoer, if Reid Russell does win this set, him and Brant DeBoer are going to be tied at 900 points to win the set.
It looks like Landon's a little happy about how that set went.
Well, Landon just snapped the club, so I'm guessing he went OB there.
That's crazy because Landon, all he had to do was hit one in play. That really mixes everything up because now oh man, Landon went OB. Yep. So Landon, all he had to do was hit one in play, and the worst case scenario would have been in a playoff. So Landon went OB. So now Jeff Gavin and Hunter Noell are going to fight for the 5th spot, and then whoever loses that is still not eliminated. They're going to go into the wild card. 425 from Scottie Pearman that set.
What an animal. What an
He
animal.
just needed to hit one in play.
I think he just got that comfort zone. He just knowing that he hit the first ball in play, and the next 5, he started just picking up the pace each one. That was good. Good work by Scotty.
Yeah. Now you look at this, kind of is crazy, isn't it? You talked about, well, they had 14 hitters, but normally 450 is the bubble. 525 would have been the bubble with 8 hitters. So you don't see that very often with that many points. But, having 2 open spots, it gives you, those extra 25 or, 25 points. And there was one group that had They had to hit one in play, and they got an automatic 100 points. So we won't be seeing that with 16 hitters. This set had 14.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a bomb.
That is, I mean,
Reid Russell ended up going 436. Scott Pearman 425, and then Landon Gentry went OB. So I mean, Landon, you know, at the end of the day, literally only had to hit it 300 yards in order to qualify. I believe that is the qualifying yardage today. A lot of times it's sometimes like what was it in Atlantic City, like the qualifying drive was like 270 just because we're hitting directly into a headwind.
It was supposed to be 300, but they had to drop it down.
Yeah.
People couldn't get there.
Yeah.
She hit
All right,
a
so
35-mile-an-hour wind.
They're going to be in a 3-ball playoff right now, Hunter Noell and Jeff Gavin. So these guys will not be eliminated at all. One of them, if they lose, will go into the wild card playoff. Whoever wins this is automatically into the round of 16. And you know, this is a nice matchup of guys that are similar in ball flight and probably similar in ball speed. And you know, you got to give the experience. You know, Gavin won yesterday. He's hit a lot of balls, and I mean, he doesn't look tired at all. He looks good. I guess let's go walk out. Let's go take a peek. Let's go look at some ball flight here.
Oh. Pretty sure every bone in my body just cracked standing up.
This is a 6-ball playoff. 2.5 minutes on the clock, please.
6-ball playoff, 2.5 minutes on the clock. Jeff Gavin's going to be in slot number 2. Hunter Noell in slot number 1.
Here we go. I'll go to the hard one.
Go to the blue balls.
God,
Ball is ready.
by default.
Of course you go to the hard one.
Yes. We'll put 2 on 1. Oh, goodness.
Ball is ready.
How about this view?
I'll share them both.
How good is this view, though? This is
Fantastic.
ridiculous.
I mean, this is the best view in golf, in my
All right,
opinion.
so we got
Right-
Gavin and Hunter Noell giving each other some dab there, you know, dabbing it up.
Here we go.
So right now, these guys cannot get eliminated. But whoever wins this is in the round of 16. You got 2-time world champion Jeff Gavin in slot number 2 in the Masters division. One of the best hitters on the planet for 2
And Mr.
decades.
Hunter goes-
Big ball, Jeff Gavin.
I think that's going to go
Both.
out left, though.
We do have
2
someone
good
in the
balls
middle
there.
of the
That's gonna
grid
hit
that's
the
about
guy
to
that's
get knocked
walking in
out.
the grid. There is a guy walking
Why
through
is
the
there
grid.
someone standing in the middle of the grid?
Don't worry about him.
That ball's going over them, though. I think he's safe. No forecall needed.
All right, it looks like Gavin made a little bit of an eyesight
390
change.
we got for Mr. Hunter Noel. He loves that one. I wasn't able to see that ball,
I
but
wasn't able to see that one
he
either.
went 390 on the first ball, so here we go.
All right, here we go.
Gavin's last ball went OB right, dead straight though. Hit a great ball. He straightens that one up.
Let's see what Lebowski's
He doesn't even have to
doing here.
straight up. He just has to hit it. You know,
That's it in
he
the
hit it.
grid.
He did hit it straight.
It was
last
straight.
ball.
It was just right.
OB left. Little army golf here for Gavin. A left, right, and now a left again.
That is the worst. You got to have a one-way miss. You're going to
Yeah.
miss. That way you can control it.
397 right there on the second ball for Hunter. He's filling it up right now. He said it was a 210-mile-an-hour ball.
This is straight downwind right now. Gavin,
That was
big
off the
rope
toe.
hook. That one potentially could stay in, but he didn't
It's
like
not going
that.
to have the distance.
That one kind of fell out of the sky there.
Definitely a toe shot.
Here we go. Ball number 4 for Hunter. Big ball, right side. If that stays in, that's going to be huge. It looks like wind is going left to right now. I don't know if that's going to stay in.
Ooh, Gavin!
Gavin.
If this one stays
gotta
in, this
hang on,
ball's
though.
hammered.
That might go out right.
That might
but
go
was
out.
A big shot.
That his second ball and his fifth ball were just mushed. That was OB right. That ball was
That ball was
hammered.
hammered, though.
Last ball for Hunter was OB as well. Looks like this ball's going to be OB as well.
All right, so it comes down to this shot right here.
OB left.
It's going to be OB left.
No. So Gavin
Here we go. Last
did a
ball for
little
Mr.
left and
Hunter
a little
here.
right, but he hit ball number 2 and ball number 5 were perfect. Just a little OB right.
I have no idea where that ball went. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, Hunter Noell is going to make it into the round of 16, but Gavin is still alive. He's going to hit here against. He's going to hit 6 balls against 2 other competitors.
For the hit off. I guess we have 3 guys. Do we just want to stay here for these guys, or you guys want to water right now? I'll walk over there.
Second. Sean Johnson in third. third with 750. Scottie Pearman in fourth with 600. And fifth place is going to be determined by the winner of this match.
Okay, so Hunter Noell's going to take it down. Gavin went OB, but Hunter hit the ball great.
Yeah, Hunter hit some really good quality shots there.
397 yards. Hunter Noell moved into the final 16. Jeff Gavin, no points that set. Will now go into the wild card.
Is that his bone sticking out, or is that a blister?
I'm guessing that's a blister.
I was like, yeah, it's like if that was a bone, that'd be the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Benjamin Knutson in slot 2.
You've lived a very sheltered life.
Just kidding. Yeah. I was like, he's really cool as a cucumber if that's his bone sticking out. That was a massive blister or skin. Just that was.
Go watch a C-section. Let me know.
Oh my God. Never had a compound. 6 broken right arms though.
Yeah.
That was good old basketball season after football season was. My dad said, "No, all right, football season's over. You go ahead and sit it, bud." And 6 seasons in a row, broken right arm.
Have you ever broken wrist on your a broken wrist on your left foot before?
I have. Honestly, it's the most awkward thing I've been through. But
All right.
here we go. We got Mr. Isaiah Joyner in the blue balls here. Ben Knutson on the yellow balls, and Mr. Jeff.
All right. Well,
Gavin.
I'll take Gavin in slot number 3. You know, Gavin just coming off an OB set there. He had a couple hooks left, but
I'll
he
be
had
honest
2
with you,
really good balls.
That actually makes me like his chances.
Yeah.
Because odds of him going 12 balls out are small.
And he's still warm. These guys had to stop.
Yes.
I mean,
These kids are young. Are you kidding me? You're talking about 22 and 23, probably even 18 over here.
Yeah.
These kids are young. They're gonna give him a run for his money, but he has.
Gavin's still warm. I mean, he hasn't
Yeah.
stopped. And he's hot.
And
he's
knows what
mad,
he's
like
doing.
hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like.
He's getting, yeah. Gavin said this is probably set number 20 for Gavin. Oh no, this is set number 21. So he's hit 200 or 100 and 20 balls so far.
Benjamin Knutson and Jeff Gavin. Gentlemen, that grid is clear. Fire away.
All right. So
All right, here we go. Live action, boys. Live action.
you have Isaiah in slot number 1. You got Knutson in 2. All right. We'll take a peek at Gavin. Hope you're right.
Knutson's got one in the grid, but very high apex. I think he kind of skied that one a little bit. I
Big
don't
ball,
think
left
it's gonna be a very
side
big
though.
one.
It is going OB left. If he puts that ball in play, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be tough for them to catch up. That's a big ball.
Gavin went
We're
OB
gonna have a
right,
number here in slot 2, but I don't think it's going
trying to reset. Made a slight adjustment with his feet. Gavin went open with his feet right there. This ball's right down the middle. So Gavin did make an
smurred that
adjustment.
ball.
His feet were a little shut the last set, and he just opened up there and hit a great ball right down the middle.
Maybe OB left for Knutson here. 344 sitting over here, first ball.
Over the left side.
Gavin at 381.
Isaiah put that ball down the right side. It was hard to see there. Pretty close to the line.
Gavin has a number on the board at 381. Didn't yell at it. I'm not going to necessarily say he liked it, but if we're looking at the win right now, there's not much win. So
No,
we're on the
it's not.
grid right now. It's a little
Isaiah
left to
just needs to
right.
put his ball in play. He's got a good looking
Ooh.
swing there.
All right, Knutson just hit one. Nice. It's a little bit of a cut, maybe a pull cut there. Nice ball flight, though, going down the middle.
OB left for Isaiah. Here we
No,
go. We
it
got
should
3
be-
balls
that
left
should be
apiece,
close.
right?
Gavin went OB right on that last ball, but I'm liking his ball flight.
2 to 3 balls left. This is a good time. Boil some blood real quick. Let's see how these guys react to it. High ball off the face for Isaiah. It will be in play, I believe, but I don't think he's going to like the number here.
Gavin's OB right on his 5th ball. I'm liking his ball flight, though. The balls that he's missing out, right, are not on a string. They're not moving.
So Knutson is now in the lead at 387.
All right. 387, you're at 81. Gavin's down to his last ball. Knutson ended up taking the lead here at 387.
OB right for Mr.
This is
Isaiah.
ball
Joyner.
126
All right,
for
last
Jeff
One ball
Gavin.
apiece. One ball apiece.
Gavin with an absolute bomb down the right side, and that thing is just hugging that line.
It's got to hold on.
Oh. I think Gavin's ball went OB.
Yeah. Gavin's ball's got to hang that line there.
OB left. OB left for Mr. Isaiah Joyner. That was a good set. Good
So it's
swinging by the
looking as
guys.
if Mr. Knutson's going to take that one. Depends on Jeff's last ball, whether it held on or not. Did your last ball hang in, you know? Yeah, it looks like Ben is going to take that one down at 387.
short break to get everything reconfigured to set up the final 16.
Yeah, Gavin, that last set hit the ball well. He did, just missed a little right. And we'll talk about slots. If Gavin hits in slot number 1, he's got 3 balls in play.
Yeah.
Instead of 1.
It does matter. I mean,
Yeah.
it does make a difference.
Yeah, because his misses right were, they were straight. They just low blocks.
I mean, the guy, how many sets did he hit?
That was set number 20. Well, actually, it was 22. Because he hit.
Back-to-back days in 100-degree weather. Just, I mean, it's impressive to even be there, right?
Actually, it was 23. He hit 11 sets. He hit 11 sets yesterday. He hit 5 to start off today, and then 5 here. Oh, no. No, that's I can't do the math, you know? Yeah. Anyways, he hit a lot of balls.
Talk about numbers when
18.
the head hurts.
All right.
Mr. Benjamin Knutson. Tell the truth, funny story about Ben. We were out in Memphis for the national finals. He was so mad after how he hit on throughout the day. He goes and puts on his Crocs and was just pummeling golf balls. He said, "I'll never compete in Crocs or never compete without Crocs again." He's doing it and it's working, but man, he gets out there in home in Sacramento. He gets pretty smooth with Crocs. He comes out and just hits the ball further than everybody else.
Well, we're going to come back here in a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of a break, but the final 16 has been set. We'll try to do an update here to see who's going to be in the round of 16. But if you're just tuning in now, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll have everything in front of us. We'll have the TrackMan for data in slot number 4, and then live scoring. So it'll be a lot more interactive, and someone is going to win this tournament.
It's going to be fun.
We're not going to get rained out today.
No rain. No rain.
There's no rain.
It's going to be fun, though. A lot of speed in this final 16. Honestly, and they're all hitting it good. High ball, and I think everybody's going to have a good competitive.
Yeah, we should see some good balls here.
Yeah, and I'll say it again. Kyle looks like Kyle. Greg Null looked phenomenal. And Reid Russell and Colton Castro, like this grid sets up for them. Scottie Pearman looked great as well. Brant DeBoer.
I was going to say Brant.
Brant looked
honestly,
great.
Brant looks smooth, man.
Straight, hits it high, and he's in a nice rhythm. And I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, Brant looks good right now.
Yeah, I mean, he looks comfortable. He's a guy that can sit, 210, 212 and do really well. Jacob Galladay looked phenomenal as well.
Let's not forget who hit the longest ball, Mr. Sean Johnson. I think he is honestly one of the dark horses just because he's new. But I don't think you could call him that, honestly, because he's so fast. But
he's made 2 Final 8s already.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he's just starting. But he finds it. He finds the center of the face. He's got a good chance here.
All right, we'll come back in a second. We're going to go grab some food, go get some content on the range, shoot some video, get some good slow-mos, post it on Lawn Drivers and all that good stuff. But we're going full throttle here in about 30 minutes, so tune in.
All right.
Will Hoke, Fire Marshal Will, Dr. Phil Will. That was amazing. I mean, that AFib thing, you couldn't have practiced that any better.
Yeah.
It's like he knew that question was coming
it's almost
today.
like he knew what he was
He
talking
subconsciously knew that I was going to ask that question.
Or I just know about AFib.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Might as well just do it again. Let's run it back, all 3 of us. That's fun. All right, see you in a few.
All right. Appreciate everyone tuning in. We're going to do the same thing like we've been doing so far. That's the end of Group 3. So we're going to shut it down. And here in probably, I'm going to say 15, we'll say 20 minutes to get everything set up. And then we're gonna start back up for the final 16. And then we're going to, determine a winner. So stay tuned.